Hi, I'm Greg from our Oklahoma home. One of the questions that we get all the time are what tools are necessary if you really want to start getting into DIY? And while we answer that question quite a bit, one of the questions that doesn't get asked are what tools do you like that aren't necessarily must have for a DIYer. One of the tools that I use very, very often that isn't necessarily something you would have to do projects is a router. It allows you to take old wood that you wouldn't use otherwise. In fact, a lot of times it's just scrap wood that you would throw away, and make some pretty interesting rustic pieces with it. Here's my case for why you may want to buy a router. Now, as with all tools, there's a whole bunch of different features that come with the router. It just depends on how you're going to use it. But just a basic router is really going to allow you to do a lot of things. They range in price anywhere from, I've seen them as low as $30 to $40 to as much as a few $100s. But how you use it is really going to determine what type of router you would want to get. These are just scrap 2x8s that I had from previous projects. I ran them through the planer a few times. These will serve as the tops of those shelves. And all I've done is run through the planer, like I said. I just rounded off the corners. And then on this side, I routed the edge, both on top and on the bottom. And you can see I've done exactly the same thing on both of these, other than I've not yet routed this one. And you'll notice just kind of the difference on the finished edge. I haven't even sanded these yet. But it just makes such a difference to have a router like this that, and this one's lasted me forever. I don't remember when I bought this, but it just makes such a huge difference. It's not a requirement to do a lot of the projects, but it does simplify things and make things a lot prettier for really very little effort. You could do this same project without using a routered edge, but it just adds that little pizzazz. Are you convinced? So what do you think? Is this a tool that you would use often? For those of you that do use it, is it one that you would suggest that others get? Let me know in the comments what you think. As always, if these videos are helpful to you, hit like and subscribe.